I'm Louise Wakshari from 2FM, and I am at Electric Picnic with Conor O'Brien of Villagers. Hello, Conor.
Hello, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good.
You've
good.
just arrived at the festival.
I have, yes.
And how are you feeling about it?
I'm feeling fresh. I'm not. I don't know if I feel as fresh as you look, though.
Oh, thanks, Conor.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you little charmer. So it's great to have you at Electric Picnic, and I was lucky enough to see one of your gigs in the Olympia earlier this year, and your set is different to the kind of sets
Yeah.
that you've been playing previously.
Yeah.
What's that about?
What's that about? Change. Change is good. I don't know. Maybe I'm mellowing out in my old age. Maybe that's the thing.
Well, I suppose the albums have all been different as
Mm-hmm.
well. So, like, you know, the second album had more of an electronic sound, and then the third album
Yeah.
was kind of mellower again. And, you know, I like that you kind of reworked the songs from, say, the first and second album to suit the sound of the third album almost.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I just have a really short attention span. I just can't continue doing the same thing or using the same creative process each time. I just get very bored. So if I'm not testing myself or learning something new, then I can't make an album. I actually can't make anything. So it's out of my control, really. Whatever comes out, comes out. And this time, it was a very meditative, kind of quiet vibe, which I felt was very kind of inside when I was creating it and stuff. So we're definitely not going to be a hands in the air festival vibe today. We're going to be more kind of like close your eyes and chill with us kind of thing.
Oh,
yeah.
Sounds magical. And would you ever think of releasing the kind of reworked versions of the songs? Because they are quite different, you
Yeah.
know.
Well, we might be doing that actually.
Oh, really?
Sometime soon we might do that. Yeah. Live versions or versions without edits or changes or anything. Yeah, that's a plan in the future. We're gonna do.
But am I right in saying as well that the third album, you kind of recorded yourself demos in theory, and then in the end, that was what you released? You
Yeah.
didn't do anything to it?
Nothing, zero. I literally took it into my MacBook and took it out of my MacBook with a tiny little cable and sent it to the mastering plant, and that was it. So there was no extra. I broke a lot of rules production-wise, which a lot of people have given out to me about since. But I think it gives it a sort of a slightly imperfect vibe, which I quite like. So
Well, surely there shouldn't be rules when you're talking about something creative like making music.
that's what I said.
Well, I'm on your team.
Oh, thank you.
So tell me, what's going on for you at the moment? I know you've been playing a lot of gigs. There's a lot more gigs.
Yeah, we're gonna go to the States. We're gonna play with Paul Weller and John Grant on the West Coast and the East Coast, and we're gonna do a bunch more festivals. Well, probably a few more now because it's near the end of the summer. And then next year we're probably gonna go around Ireland and England and everywhere else, Europe, and sort of finish it up really. And then I'll start working on something new,
Yeah.
which I've already begun. I think.
You've already begun the next album.
I've begun experimenting. That's all I'll say.
Okay,
Yeah.
keeping your cards close to your
Yeah,
chest.
yeah.
So the song that you're going to play for us today, I've heard you tell a lovely story about kind of how it came to be. I wonder if you'd mind sharing that with our listeners.
Oh, how I wrote? Where I
Yeah.
wrote it? Oh, yeah. I wrote it in Japan, in Tokyo. We were on tour there, and we asked the local crew how to say thank you for your hard work in Japanese, because we wanted to thank the crew for their hard work, and they said it was a hot scary summer. I'm probably pronouncing it wrong, but the way we heard it was hot scary summer. So I went back to my hotel room and I sort of wrote down hot scary summer, and then I wrote what that meant, which was thank you for your hard work, and that was the first line. That became the first line of the song, and it kind of made me think of various aspects of the end of a love affair, and all these different things came into my brain about sort of that kind of side of love and relationships and things. So yeah, it's what's the word for it? It's a homophone. It's kind of like a metaphor, which is also to do with sound as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very good.
Which is funny because the homophobes are in the song as well. So there's lots of
homophones,
homos in that song.
homophobes,
Yeah.
homos everywhere. All right. Well, listen, Conor O'Brien, thank you so much, and thanks for you're going to play us "Hot Scary Summer."
Yes, I will do now. Thank you. Cheers.